Hello. In this session, I'm going to show you how to mark your buttonholes on the sleeve in the cuff area. Okay, so this is my cuff here. So you need to make sure your cuff is completely finished and slip stitch, and everything is what's need to be done is done. Give a good press because otherwise sometimes it's just interferes with your lining. So when that is all done, so you need to concentrate on the opening of your cuff. So here's my opening here, and it's the buttonholes will go on top of the top sleeve, and where you're going to see, so top of the cuff. All your buttonholes are 8 millimeters away from the opening of the edge. So I'm going to mark that straight away in chalk, which just helps me. And again, if you have your cuff, if you've got your pattern and you've done your buttonholes, just transfer and place your cuff and just transfer that measurement into your cuff. If you don't have that, again, it's in my instruction, you can find the formula. So what you actually really need for 3 buttonholes, can you see that? Yeah, for 3 buttonholes, so you can obviously have less and more, but we're going to do 3 buttonholes for this type of style. So for 3 buttonholes, you need to measure cuff opening divided by 4. So here's your cuff opening. So I'm going to measure my cuff opening here. So yours one probably would be similar, because I think it's a standard. I give the stand cuff, which is about 9.67. So you can measure yours one, depends how accurate you are. So go with your measuring and divide that measurement into 4. So when you receive when you find out what exactly your measurement. So mine is around 2.4. So I'm going to measure 2.4 in the between. And that gives me a good division. Okay, you see that? So now I'm going to, in the same manner, again, depends of your size and usually is smaller. Your buttonholes is at the sleeves would be much smaller. So I'm going to mark them about 2.5 distance. They are much smaller. And you need to mark them again. It depends what type of machine and how you're making them. It's a similar way. So you mark them through all the layers. So the machine we have at university is the industrial one, which is you have to mark all your buttonholes on the inside. So therefore, so if you mark them, so you can need to go through all the layers, make sure you have those marked on the inside there, which is didn't mark because it didn't go through. So I'm going to do it again. So that it's quite important you do that. So you go through. Okay, there. Like that. And then give like a T shape. It's quite thick, so it's quite important that you are going through that. So I've done that. Let's see. So yeah, there we go. So it marked the position of your buttonhole. Okay. There's lots of thick layers there going on. So I just need to make sure it's perfect. There we go, and then go one side to the other. So go through all the layers. So that's what I did, through all the layers, and that way it's all marked. So if you look there, so you would know where the buttonhole starts and when it's finished. Usually in the machines, they are set measurement. So it doesn't matter really where this finished, the buttonhole. The most important where they're starting and the lines, the position of them. So it's quite important you do that. And then I'm going to do that. Right, now that's done. Okay, and if you do need it to go and remark them that side, yeah, absolutely you can, just to make sure it's more more straighter or longer, or if you're thinking actually so something says uneven, so you can remark them on this side, but at least you know it's all transfers, all the measurements and all the position of the buttonhole transfers to that side, and make sure it's even in the between. So you have to check and spend a little bit of time on that to make sure it's all nice and even. So the next part would be marking your buttons, and for this I always use a needle and place my vent, make sure it's all closed very nicely, neatly, how it should be in the perfect sleeves, and then put my pin inside like that. So lift it up, and then it gives you exactly the position. So if you see, if you can't see, so see, pin it there, and it gives you exactly the position of your buttonhole. So, and that way I can, sorry, a position of the button, and that way I just mark there. You see that, and you've got a little, dot there, which would be the button. Okay, usually on this one I mark buttons after when the buttonholes are done, but a nice good practice for you to measure your, to mark your buttons as well. So I'm going to put that like that, so that's, and then lift it up and then mark with the chalk where the position of my buttons. Okay, so now you can see a little dots there where the buttons will usually go. Again, if I think there's something odd going on, if it's something they're not in a straight line, you just need to straighten physically. You're just thinking, okay, check again, make sure it goes appropriate to your buttonholes, and you just mark that. So I'm going to mark that way and just create the line to make sure it's on the line. So one button is slightly moved, so I need to make sure it stays on that line. And then simply again, the same way as you've done before, you just mark them with the little cross there. Okay, well, those buttons I'm not really bothered about if you mark them or not. What I really want is make sure your buttonholes, the position of your buttonholes is perfect. Oh, I just did it the wrong way round. The position of the buttonholes is perfect. So yeah, you just create a little cross here, so in order to see where the buttons go. And then when you've done that, you can check yourself if they are in the right place. So again, pinning all together. There we go. Okay. Don't make any knots in there, so it's easy for you to take it out. Yeah. And now, I'm going to check, make sure it's all sitting in the right place. Okay, perfect. Can you see that? Okay, it shows all matching together, and you can also lift this up and see if they matching in that sense. Yeah. Right, that's all done. And if you've got any other questions, please do contact me. Otherwise, see you next video. Bye.